Hey guys, I thought I would come on just a little bit earlier, 5 minutes early, so that we can watch the close of the stock market, because where we close today, I think, is going to be really important for the crypto markets. If we scooch on over here, I mean, it's a little bit of a bloodbath. Have a look at the prices of some of these altcoins. They're down at, some of them are down at the previous bull cycle that we've had, which is quite brutal. And if we have a look at Bitcoin, we are approaching a really critical support level where we could bounce off of it and create a double bottom here, confirming that the bottom is in for this market. We're going to go up, possibly get a triple top in the market. We have a look at this Bitcoin here. See how we've had 1 and then 2. We haven't come up anywhere near the red zone. So this is why I'm kind of leaning towards that we're probably not going to go down into the low 20s, at least in the next couple of weeks. It's still possible, but we would be breaking with the pattern significantly if we did that. I'm just rambling at the moment until everybody shows up. So if you're here early, because I saw some movements in the chat with people saying, let's go. And I thought, well, okay, I'll just pop on board. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We'll look at any altcoin you want me to look at, but I want to see how is the stock market going to close, as well as where is the DXY when the stock market closes. And this is one of the reasons why we're continuing to get a tumble in the markets. This green level here is a very significant resistance level that we have broken above several times. And this is the value of the dollar. When the value of the dollar is going up, the crypto markets usually go down. And when the value of the dollar goes down, the crypto markets are going up. So if you have a look at how volatile this has been, look at this here, getting above this line, very, very volatile here, going up and down. You go and have a look at what's going on with Bitcoin, and it's the same. It's like the value's going down, boom. That was what date was that? That was the 11th of May. We come over to the 11th of May for Bitcoin. Oops, I can't actually see. Hey, Menhome Kelly. Bullish divergence on the 4-hour as well as a daily. But yeah, and this is a very, very strong support. So anyway, let's have a look at the 11th of May, which was yeah, we can't really tell though, because we've got to wait till we get the candle close. I'm looking here on the 15-minute on the DXY. So let me just come over to the daily and get a little bit more perspective on it. But this is kind of like part of why we have volatility, right? Because we've got and I have no idea why, well, that's not true, why the dollar has so much value, given that we didn't have a good report on what the dollar can buy today. I think this is, I think some of this is manipulation, keeping the dollar propped up because it's an election year in America. And I think that it's also, let's come over to the 4-hour. It's also what's going on in Europe with the German mark and the FTSE and the UK, the pound and the euro in general, a little bit in trouble. So I think that's kind of the reason why we're seeing a dollar strengthening. And we were creating lower lows here, but now it looks like we could be creating higher highs. Messages to watch for pumps for mana. That's interesting. So we're right on the hour. Let's get to it, guys. Watch for pump on next though. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to be getting lots of watch for pumps. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on for Bitcoin. I want to zoom right out and I want to be as calm as I possibly can, because I know there's a lot of moon boys and bear boys out there that are really ramping up and saying we're going down, or we're going up, we're going up. And the truth of the matter is, in my opinion, I think we might be getting ready to break precedent, right? And so therefore we don't really know what's going on, and we have to watch very closely the DXY, the stock market, on-chain analytics, because look at this. In all of this time that we have been falling, whales have been buying, right? They're not shorting this market, they're buying up the dips. So they must know that this is a significant support level, otherwise they would be shorting. And this is all retail fear, in my opinion, which means if you're shorting, you're selling right into the hands of the whales and institutions. And we've not had any relief in this. Look at this. Are you saying my sound is crazy? That sound, or that sounds crazy? Hey, Raz. So, so have a look at this, right? We've not seen a fall quite this steep for so many days in a row without relief. Have a look at this. 4 days to fall, got relief, rallied up. Look at this, strong, very big fall over 2 days, got a bit of relief, trade sideways, but we got some relief, right? Look at this, we fell for a couple of days, got some trade sideways, got a little bit of relief, came back down, and then got some massive relief. The big crash that we had the last Saturn retrograde, which was here, and Saturn retrograde is 4th of June this year, we kept coming down, but we got a bounce up quite heavily. We got some relief, we traded sideways, even though we were still going down, but we're getting relief in the market. The fact that we're not getting relief, right? The fact that that relief has not come, to me, smacks of price manipulation, as well as a tremendous amount of fear in the retail market. And whenever we've had tremendous amount of fear in the retail market, the institutions and the whales have swooped in, bought low, and pumped like crazy. So can that happen? I think it's possible, because we did get an all-time high here over a period of, let's see how quick this came back up after this is the Saturn retrograde. I think that is possible, but let's just go over and see where the stock market closed out at. Oh, the ring sounds crazy. Oh yeah, sorry about that, but it's critical in the markets, and so I really need I really need them. Okay, cool. So look, we closed at the support of this downward trending channel, and these downward trending channels are usually bullish patterns in the long run. They may have lower lows, lower highs until they break to the upside, but this channel that we have been in here, the bigger channel that channel is in, is continuing to go down. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the APAC markets as they open over the next few hours, and then obviously the UK markets later tonight for us, or early in the morning. So we got a wick here and we came back up. So that means that whatever's going to happen in these markets is going to be retailers, and retailers right now are fearful, they're anxious, they're shorting, and institutions are buying all of their crypto. So let's niche down and see. No, actually, I just wanted to show you that we do have a bullish divergence here on the daily for Bitcoin. Right there, we've got a lower low on the price action now, and we've got a higher low on the price action. Now, this daily candle has not closed yet. We'll have to wait and see. However, if we go to the 4 hour, which is Kelly, that's what you were wanting to have a look at, and we have a very big bullish divergence here on the 4 hourly. And we have the beginning of a green candle. So we just missed, let's zoom in here. We just created, even though this is a lower low on the shorter time frame, on the overall big picture of the last time we dumped down here, that's still a higher low. We haven't come back down here and either created a double bottom or tested this really strong support and either bounced off of it or breaking through to the upside. So we have still structurally just created a higher low. So, I mean, I honestly don't know what's going to happen here, just because I'm feeling like the patterns are busting. Here it is here. We have not gone lower than this. And this looks like we created a double bottom. Oh, we did. Look at that. We just created a double bottom here. So today's candle close, if it goes under where that wick was, we could come down even lower and bounce off of here. Or that could be, or the bottom could be in. We'll have to wait and see. But let me go to the daily, because we've been warning that this was happening on this channel as well as in the Discord server, Conscious Crypto Traders, for a couple of months now, because we're in retrograde season. Retrograde season is when we have Pluto going into retrograde. We have Mercury retrograding, which just happened yesterday. We have Saturn retrograding, and it's usually measures volatility in the markets. And it happens towards the end of April into May, sometimes going into early June, which is why in the stock market, we always had this saying, sell in May and go away, because these markets are way too volatile to trade, right? So here we are on the daily, and yeah, that at the moment that totally looks like a double bottom. So what we need to watch out for is ideally we don't want to go lower than this candle wick. Let me just get it up there so it's really big. We've got a lot of bearishness on all of the RSIs. Look at that. We'll see how we do that. Right? But remember, guys, we are in the new moon to full moon, and this is often a time when we dump. Look, come back. We've been saying this. And if you're not interested in astrology and what have you, then, well, this is Conscious Crypto Traders. So we trade a little bit more consciously of what other factors can be affecting the price charts. And we knew that this dump was coming because we get a dump on the new moon. Look, here's the new moon, dump, new moon, dump, new moon, dump. Not a big dump here, right? Came back up and then dumped into the full moon. New moon dump, new moon dump. Small dumps here when we're in an upward trend. Full moons pump. Here's the full moon, right? Kept dumping a little bit after, because it can happen 1 or 2 days either side of when we hit the moon, and then we pumped out of it. Here again, pumped out of it. Full moon, pumped out of it. Full moon, we pumped out a little bit, and then we kept going down, which to me confirms we're still in a downward trend and we've not found the bottom of the market. So full moon is on, when is the full moon? It's the 15th of May, which is Sunday, which is interesting because Sunday is the CME opens and institutions come back in, they could swoop in and then start pumping this thing. So will we keep going down here, or will we start trading sideways? That's the big question. And Mercury retrograde is kind of trading sideways within a range or a reversal to the upside. We got the reversal to the upside on the day, but now it looks like we're trading sideways within the range. So if we come down to the 1 hour, if you are trading with leverage, in my humble opinion, it's so volatile right now. I would wait for a conclusive action, and once we get a little bit further to into where the full moon is, because a full moon, we usually pump out of a full moon, right? That's what I would be doing. So right now on the 1 hour, if we were to draw, let's just speculate. This is 100% speculation. We're topping out there, so we've got some nice resistance there, right? Oops. Hey, stop. that is a bit of delay. Let me just change that. I want to bring it down. So we've got a flat line here. Again, speculation. We just created a higher low. So let's see what if this is going to be a rising narrowing wedge, or if we break down here, obviously this is going to be a different pattern, right? So we've got some lines here to give us an idea of what's going on. Now let's bring in the VPVR. And what I am watching for, I'm watching for this line here. This is 28,688 approximately. If we bounce off of here, we've created a double bottom, which to me would suggest it's possible that Willy Woo, who's somebody who does on-chain analytics that I follow, who said that we're going to get a triple top, like we're going to get 1, 2, and then 3. So triple 3 all-time highs within this 4-year cycle. That is a very distinct possibility. But if we break it, and there's very strong sentiment on the line right now amongst retail traders and YouTubers that we're going down to 22,000, 19,000, even below that. But we have not yet ever gone below the previous bull cycle top, which sits at around 19,850, somewhere around there, 20,000, let's say, right? So we've never gone below that before in a bear market. But let's say the bear YouTubers are correct, and in the next couple of weeks, we're going to go down to 22,000. That puts us at the end of the bear market at around 20,600, 19,732, 20,500, right? That's possible. There is a CME gap at 22,000, so we might bounce off of there. But what that does, if you have a look at where we've bottomed out in the bear market, that puts us bottoming out in the bear market halfway between the 4-year halving cycles, which means we've entered the bear market earlier, right? So given that Saturn retrograde is usually when we get a bigger dump, and that's happening in June, I'm kind of thinking that we're overdue for some relief. As I said, we've not had any relief. We've just gone down, 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 down. That we're due for some relief in the next few days. Maybe we'll get a week, 5 days, maybe 2 days at best of a pump out of the full moon. And then we might get that big dump after. But here's the deal. Whales and institutions aren't shorting. Retailers are. And that may change, right? I think that they're going to come in and short if we break this line here, retest it as resistance, and then come back down again. I think you'll see a huge sell-off if that happens. But they're buying this dip. So what do they know that retailers don't know? Do they know that everything is set up, that it's possible that we're going to get that 3rd cycle top? I don't know. Do they know it's too early for us to bottom out? And we've bottomed out on so many altcoins. I mean, look at Luna. I mean, Luna had some technical issues there with the, where are you? With the pegging of UST. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's a massive loss of confidence in this coin. But it is getting bought up, right? Ladies and gents, it went down to 59 cents. I mean, like I said, in some of the alts, where's ADA? ADA, 52 cents. Look at that, just tumbled. This looks like the bottom of a bear market, right? This looks like we've hit rock bottom and we can only go up from here at these levels. Where's Link? Link $6. No, I think Link went down to $4.
Not quite, went into $5 and something. I thought I saw $4 somewhere. My computer's playing up. So that's kind of like my 2 cents worth. I'm looking at this and I'm going, this Bitcoin rainbow chart, that here was the 2013 bull cycle, right? We had 2 tops and then we had this huge parabolic run up, big dump, recovered, came back down. Here's another one. We came up, came down, then we recovered in the red, right? And then here, when we came up, we did not top out in the red. We didn't even come up into the orange here. We fell short. So either, if we do go into a bear market right now, that either this trajectory is changing and we're flattening out right there, that curve is flattening out, or we are due for another parabolic run up. And I think that there is still a chance that that could happen before the 4th to the 6th of June. Slim chance, but I just keep looking at the fact that institutions are not shorting, right? So what do we do? Well, if it was me, I'd be sitting on the sidelines and waiting for a definitive answer, because these are the kind of markets where people who don't know what they're doing and don't have any sense of what's going on to get they get wrecked. And a lot of people, billions of dollars got lost in retail trade yesterday, right? So I'd be watching the DXY and wait for some kind of a resolve here. This is the dollar index. I've got lots of lines here to see where we're going. I would definitely be getting this on your charts. We have a trajectory here, and I want to see, are we going to create a higher low or a lower low? Because if we if we create a lower high here and we come back down under this trajectory, it's possible that we could hit. But if you have a look at this resistance, we busted through it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So this means if we fail to bust through it, create a higher high, it's possible that we could come back down, and then this rising wedge that we're in would definitely bust to the downside and come back up. But have a look at these wicks, guys. This is price manipulation. This is something's propping up the US dollar to make sure that it holds this value, right? Because if the value of the dollar fell at the level of inflation that we're at right now, that could be an early warning sign that they're going to have to announce that we are in recession. So I'm seeing look at this. This is huge. Look at that huge wick to the top. This is a spinning top. Spinning tops are indecision. This is a hammer candle. Hammer candles are bearish, and we got a bearish break to the downside, created a lower low, but came straight back up and came up above this green resistance level. So this is massive manipulation. So I would, for me personally, I would stay out, wait for the manipulation to be over, but be ready with your alarms on the key support levels and the key resistance levels to jump in on a long if it takes off, or a short if it takes down. And obviously, if you're a ninja, then you're getting your daily buy and sell orders so that you can already have those set up. So if it happens while you're sleeping, then that is a good thing. So institutions were busy shorting MSTR and Luna. Yeah, thanks for that. MSTR, what's that? I think I've only ever looked at that once. Wow, look at that. Holy crap. See, I think both is 100% manipulation. Anyway, so good to have you here, Chaotic Coder, as always. Wonder where we're going to see you in Costa Rica. Yeah, so there's not really much more to say other than let's have a look at all of the other indicators. But quite frankly, the indicators haven't been that accurate. Like I've got an indicator that shows when we're about to have a trend reversal, but we've been breaking that and continuing to go down and down and down. Let me come back up into the 4 hour. Ichimoku cloud has been very bearish for a long time, but there have been moments where we've broken with that as well on the shorter time frames. So that hasn't been 100% accurate either. At this stage, it looks like sideways action, maybe some more downward action, but the cloud's thinning out here. So when we start seeing a thinning out of the cloud, it means we're thinning out resistance. But not only that, guys, the speed at which we've been coming down here has been excruciatingly slow, which means there's not a lot of enthusiasm. There's not a lot of momentum, right? And then if you look at the volume candles, we do get buyers coming back in. So there's this real battle going on. But even though the bears seem to have the upper hand right now, they don't have a winning hand because of the speed. The speed is really slow. So it's like slowly going down and not getting any relief. And the fact that we haven't had any relief, as I said right at the beginning, to me smacks of manipulation. But whenever we've had price manipulation, in my experience, just watching the charts, we get massive springs to the upside. If the price keeps getting suppressed, we'll get a spring all the way to the upside. So that is a possibility, right? That is just definitely a possibility. So that's it for Bitcoin. We need to watch this level here. I think tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day on the stock market. We'll see what APAC does this afternoon. We'll see what the Asian market does tonight, and then the European market overnight, and how do we open. And you hit the nail on the head. It is manipulation. Absolutely, Jorge. Look, let me tell you this. Yesterday, I was watching the markets, well, actually the last couple of days since here. That's May 5th. I've been watching the speed at which this has been going down, which has been very slow. Every time it hits a support level, it gets brought up really closely, looking at on-chain metrics, whales not shorting the Bitcoin, right? They're buying it up. But when we come down here, and I'm just going, hang on a second, look at the RSI. The RSI is so oversold right now. It is due for an uptick and we're not getting it. It's still going down. That's a hundy. That's a hundy manipulation. A hundy in Kiwi language is 100%. So that's that. So that's the kind of like the bearish scenario that we need to look out for, like watching if we break this, right? And once more, just in case you've joined us and not rewinded, if we go into the early 20s in the next week, we're breaking with tradition here and we're ending the bear market. We're entering into the end of the bear market, right? Earlier, right? Smack bang in the middle of the halving. And that's why I said, why am I so happy that the markets are dumping? It's because, well, it's possible that we could be finding the bottom and we're not going to go down into those lower numbers. That's also possible, which means that the next few months are really good accumulation months for your hodling positions and good opportunities to get into coins that have been overinflated for a while. And, ApeCoin is one that I'm kind of really interested in at the moment. And Matic Kelly, I follow another YouTuber who always says the fast move is the false move. Oh, that's interesting. Well, this has been really slow and painful with no end in sight at the moment, other than the RSI and those bullish divergences on the 4 hour. So let's talk about the bullish scenario. So when we've got bullish divergence on the 4 hour, usually within 4 to 8 hours, like 2 4 hour candles, we start to see the tick to the upside. And where would it go? Right? Where would it go? And if I look at the VPVR, I think the first place is 31,000, right? not a lot of activity above us, so that we could scooch all the way up to 35,767. But right here, where the value area high is 38,897. And this is without even bringing in moving averages. Like, I'm not even looking at moving averages at the moment, because that's what retailers are looking at, and that's what they're basing their stop losses on and everything. And a lot of them are getting liquidated. I'm looking 100% at the price action, the Fibonacci's, the what do you call this? The Ichimoku cloud and the VPVR and the RSI and the trend reversals, right? That's what I'm looking at. Because there's all sorts of stories going on about moving averages. And, you know, maybe I'll do something on that just so you can see what's going on. Like, there's a potential, you know, bear a death cross coming up in a few weeks, but that's supporting my theory that we could possibly get a move to the upside. And as we go into Saturn retrograde, we get that bigger dump, and this isn't the bigger dump, right? We'll get the bigger dump later on, which means we've got some reprieve to ride back up here. And if any of you got caught in hodling positions that you wanted to sell the top and you missed it, then you might get another opportunity as we come up here to sell out. And obviously the next level of resistance that we really, really want to be watching for is 40,000, 42,000, 44,000, 47,000. And we'll do that. I'm doing daily technical analysis in the Discord channel. So if you want to join us there, make sure you do that, so that you're getting that daily uptake, and we can go backwards and forwards and ask questions and so on and so forth, right? You're really welcome to be there. And you just look up Conscious Crypto Traders. I don't think the link is in the section below. And those of you who are interested in actually joining my private mastermind and mentoring group and getting the daily buy and sell orders, you can go and take a look at that. I've just put the link in the chat below. But I think that we're on the brink of something big happening. I'm leaning towards it being a pump. I'm not leaning towards this being breaking this just now. And my reasoning behind that is whales and institutions are buying the dips. They're not shorting, and it's too soon for the bear market bottom, right? If we go into the low 20s, that means we're coming down into what could end up being the bear market bottom, and we've come in too early. So I think that's my reasoning, and I could be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong, but that's why I'm saying sit on the sidelines. A whale just ate your shrimps. Oh, there's some dickhead in the section there. Is it Bitcoin is the biggest scheme? I think you mean scam, you idiot, in the history of mankind. A whale just ate your shrimps. A whale just ate your shrimps. I think that person is from the global elite, working for the global elite to make you all scared, so that they're buying up Bitcoin right now, taking the Bitcoin off the ordinary everyday folk just like you and me, so that they can maintain the rich are only allowed to be rich and the rest of us have to struggle. That's the game that's on the planet right now. And people like that are getting paid to do that, because why would you be keeping on posting that over and over and over again? You get what you deserve. Yeah, just crazy, crazy, crazy people. And you know what? It touches me not. It doesn't touch my audience, you dickhead. Really, I mean, hello. So just go get a life. So anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. Is anybody wanting me to look at another coin, or are you all good for you just made because you bought the top? Laugh out loud. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh my God, who is that? It's somebody who is being paid by the global elite to make you stay poor or stay in struggle or never get rich, so that because guys, whales, institutions are buying these dips. Okay, thanks, Russ. What a dipstick. Anyway, you know what, it touches me not. I have a really strong, solid core of love inside me, and you know, blah 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 blah. There we go. Hey, one last thing. Look at this. On the daily, we have a relief cloud on the Ichimoku. I don't have my assistant with me, but oh, you want me to look at Chainlink? Yeah, I'll look at Chainlink. Look at this. This is a relief cloud that should have happened, right? This is not, and we started to get the relief, but we came back down. Classic manipulation. Okay, let's have a look at Chainlink. We can have a look at Chainlink. Hey guys, are you aware that with Chainlink, it has a cycle top every year, right? We don't actually, this is the wrong chart. Let me get the right one. Link doesn't have 4-year cycles where you just get one all-time high within 4 years like Bitcoin does. And that could be changing, by the way, right? And we're almost here down at this golden ratio of the was this 2019, was it? 2019 top, which is sitting at around $5.11, right? So that's very interesting. But look at this. This was a cycle top 2017, another cycle top, all-time high 2019. Sorry, that was 2019, and then another all-time high in 2020, another all-time high 2021. So this would be another reason why in 2022 I'm thinking that we are going to see definitely another all-time high for Chainlink is on the cards, because that's its pattern, and we're coming down to its bottom. In fact, I would say right there, on that candle right there, are we reaching a double bottom? And is the bottom in? See, some of these altcoins have come so low. It's like, wow, is the bottom in? I'm just going to bring this thinner and I'm going to blow this up. Nexo. Yep, we can look at Nexo. I'll never sell. Yeah, you do not want to. We can look at Gala. Okay, cool. Is it Cadena? Yeah, we can look at that. So let's have a look at this. I'm on a parasite cleanse, folks, so I can't stay too long because I go, whoo, I get a bit dizzy. I've got to go drink lots of water and do all that sort of thing. Hang on a second. Let me get down into the 4 hour. Yeah, look, we are so close to a double bottom, not just on Bitcoin, but on Link again. And if we break this, we're breaking with precedent. We're going to make history in a bad way, in a not so good way, right? So this could be close to the bottom, being in at around $6.63 for Link. I would be watching for that. This is a good coin to get involved in, I believe, personally, because it has an all-time high every year. In Ninjas, it's one of the ones that we follow very closely. There is a bullish divergence. If you have a look, we've got a higher high on the RSI and a lower high on the price action. So we're due, once all this manipulation is out of the way, we are due for an uptick. Right, we're due for an uptick. We just might find that APAC, the Asia Pacific market, that's Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Hong Kong, could turn this to the upside. Cheers, all positive thoughts. Oh, absolutely, for sure. But that's why I said I'm happy. Why am I happy about this market tanking? Because a part of me goes, you know what? I think the bottom might be in. I don't know if we're going to go to the lower 20s. This could be the end. We could be making history here and creating that triple top, which is exactly what Willy Woo said, based on on-chain metrics, right? And I just got goosebumps up my arms. So we'll see. I'm not attached to being right here. When it comes to looking at trading and buying and selling, you want to be looking at what's going on the charts here. Like, look at this and respond to that rather than, your gut, your thoughts and what have you. remember, we dump into a full moon and we pump out of it. We could start pumping any day now because full moon is on early Sunday morning. Okay, so that's Chainlink. What was the other one that somebody wanted me to look at? Nexo. Nexo. Let me bring my scalping because I scalp Nexo. Sorry, my computer's a little bit slow at the moment. I don't know if it's my computer actually or if it's just TradingView. Nexo, here we go, $1.31. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that. We had a downward wedge. All of the coins were in a downward wedge, which these break to the upside more often than they break to the downside, and they've all broken to the downside spectacularly. So we don't have any divergences here for Nexo just yet. Let's have a look at Ichimoku. I mean, the Ichimoku is not very reliable right now, so I don't even know why I'm looking at it. We could trade sideways here a little bit and then maybe go down a little bit further. That's a possibility. Gala was the other one. That's I never got Gala. I was going to, but I never did. Coinbase. Let's use Coinbase. Whoo-wee! Okay, we need to zoom out here. What's going on here? Let's come out on the monthly. Man. Okay, so I don't have a lot of data here on this. I need to be on an exchange where there's more data to know what's going on. But I'm just going to do that because that looks like a very steep downward trending wedge, and we've almost hit that. Let's come down into the 4 hour. No, let's look at the daily. Okay, actually, let's look at the RSI. The RSI is showing again that we're way oversold here. So there's got to be some kind of relief coming in. However, this is a support level here, so it could still go down to 4 cents, right? We've got some buying up coming up back here. Ichimoku could be just trading sideways here for a while. But I mean, obviously with a lot of these coins, like if Bitcoin and Ethereum start ticking up to the upside, they're all going to get dragged up. Well, not all of them, but most of them are going to get dragged up along with it. Hey, Stefan, great to have you here again. Chainlink Cadena, that's not one that I follow. So KDA. Oh, somebody mentioned something about that. Which one's going to give me the most data? Oh, wow. Spinning top. Indecision in the market. Wow. Look at that. Holy crap. Oh, when I see things like this, right, I just shy away. I'm like, if it's an altcoin, I'm going, oh, I don't know if I'd. I mean, I've heard the project's really good. I don't know too much about its fundamentals. I've seen other YouTubers talk about it, but I'm just looking at the price action, and this looks like it's in a relief rally. So let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Yeah, look at that. It's bounced already. So I would be looking at the resistance level of $4.61. What I've been talking to my ninjas about is that Saturn retrograde often sees bigger dumps, and we've already had the biggest dump we've had in a long time. So I don't know if that's still going to be true, but let's say it is. this relief rally that we could be getting in the next few days over the next couple of weeks is the time to start looking very seriously at scaling out of the altcoins. And today was a really big lesson that, you know, you can lose value. Look at what happened with Luna. You could lose a tremendous amount of value and then have to sit on nothing for four years without anything to buy back in off of those profits. So you want to be looking at each and every one of your coins, looking at the value area high on the VPVR, putting in your Fibonacci levels to go where, and then looking at the timing, right? Looking at the timing from the 18th through to the 30th so the 18th to the 23rd of May could be really rocky times. And then again on the 30th through to the 4th, 5th, and 6th of June, they could be dump areas. So when we get to a certain price at a certain time, that is a good time to consider you know, taking whatever profit you can, because if we go much lower, when you buy back in, you buy more coin and you end up with more profit when you get back to the price that you first entered in, if you entered in at the top of the market. Does that make sense? Like, so what I'm saying basically is if you bought Bitcoin at 60 grand and you ended up having to sell it at 55 because we never got above it, if it comes back down to 28 or 30, you're going to have more coin. So when it gets back up to the price you originally bought at, you're in profit, not at break even, right? Do the math on that. So we look at, you know, like times to look at getting out of coins is around any time when the new moon starts to come in, and the new moon is on the 30th of March, which is why I said 30th of May, be very careful. And especially because we're going to be going into Saturn retrograde, right? So, and full moons are times to look at getting in, but you've got to wait for the resistance levels to make sure that the full moon isn't just going to have a pump and then a turnaround and dump and then go lower. You still have to do your traditional TA and watch for all of that. It looks like Link is already down 87%. Yeah, guys, this is what I mean. When we go into a bear market, alts usually tank 85 to 95%. Many of the alts already tanked that far, right? They've already tanked. So that's a glimmer of hope that we could get a triple all-time high within this four-year halving cycle for Bitcoin, and then therefore the altcoins. There was another one here that somebody wanted me to have a look at. Did I get it right? Oh, that dickhead's just gone off. Hey guys, all your positive thoughts sent him away, especially when I said, like, I'm just so centered in love, like it can touch me not. And then I outed him for being paid by the global elite, and he just ran away. Chicken. Alts may hit their bottom. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll jump on live if I get a chance to jump on live tomorrow. Definitely Friday, to have a look at where we're closing out for the week, because over the weekend it's possible that we could get quite a big turnaround, and we want to be monitoring that. So let's have a look at that. But hopefully you've enjoyed the show. And I've forgotten to say, for all of you new guys that are here, we're a tutorial channel. So we like to teach you all aspects of technical analysis, and give you our 2 cents worth, also based on using a lot of astrology, and we look at the moon phases, but we also do traditional TA. My background comes from having been in the stock market, working in brokerage for a merchant bank and a financial institution. So we would take the institutions and the whales' money and invest it into the stock market and trade it. So that's where I learned all of my ground foundation for technical analysis and market analytics. And then I started doing courses and learning all about crypto. And you know, the crypto and the stock market, there's a lot of similarities, but what's really good about crypto is that we tend to recover a lot faster, and we tend to not play out really bad scenarios sometimes when the stock market would. So that's really cool. So yeah, so if you're interested in that, you're interested in this unique slant, we give you dates to watch for pumps and dumps based on all of these moon phases and retrograde, and give you plenty of warning. Like we've been warning our followers for a long time that this new moon could be pretty brutal, right? It could be a defining moment for sure in the history of Bitcoin. So you're interested in that, hit subscribe, click the bell and click all. We'd like some more likes, guys. I'd love to see some more likes. That helps you get the kind of information that you want to know from the YouTube algorithm, and it also helps our channel push our content out to more and more people. So we would appreciate that. And you would certainly appreciate it, so you get a little bit more relevant data coming in front of you when you are scrolling through YouTube. So I would love for you to click that like button. And those of you who want to join us over in Discord at Conscious Crypto Traders, that's where you will find us. And of course, there's a link in the chat there for you if you would like to go over to the Crypto Ninjas and have a look at my private mentoring and mastermind group, where we post our daily buy and sell orders. And we get together on Zoom once a week to mastermind our strategies and our portfolios, and we're looking at different altcoins and when to get in and out, and we're also buying land in the metaverse right now. We're all playing Upland together, and we're in the process of building out a node. I'll drop some information about that in the description after I get off here. And yeah, we're doing some really fun stuff. So thank you for the awesome live stream today. Thanks, Kelly. You're welcome. I just let's end on a really calm note. That it's just going to be okay anyway. Like everything is going to be okay, because you live another day, right? You live another day, and in the end, losses are losses. You can make it back. Don't panic, and just be very calm, and then learn from that. Like if you were over leveraged, if you had too much in one coin, if you had too much in one trade, go back to the basics. Right? Go back to the basics. The majority of your portfolio is hodled and being staked. The smaller percentage of your portfolio you can spot trade, and then a smaller percentage of that you can trade with leverage, so that if you do lose, you've got some reserves here to buy the dip and make the money you just lost on the swing to the upside. If you put everything in to one coin or one trade, then you don't live to trade another day, and that's not good trading practice anyway. So zoom out and look left. Yeah, did you want me to do that right now, Kelly? Okay, cool. Okay, great. Well, if you did, you can tell me in WhatsApp, and then I'll put that in the video or do another live stream this week. Until we meet again, guys, trade consciously, trade cautiously, or sit on the sidelines and wait for a definitive move. And you'll find out what I'm thinking is going on in the market on a day-by-day basis in the Discord server over at Conscious Crypto Traders. I'll see you there. Bye for now.